Our new book today is called Al Capone Does My Shirts. And in these stories, it's written by Jennifer Choldenko. And in these stories, this young boy ends up moving to Alcatraz, which is a island where they send, or they used to send, the worst of the criminals, the convicts, and this happens in 1935, so this is back in history. And so this boy has to move to the prison there because his dad works there. And so this young boy, Moose, I believe is his name. Yep, Moose. Has to go with his family to live at the prison. And so he's not the only kid that lives there, and there are about 23 other kids who live on the island because their dads work there as well. And he says that the convicts that we have are the kind of convicts that other prisons don't want. And he said, I never knew prisons could be picky, but I guess they can. He goes, you get to Alcatraz by being the worst of the worst, unless you're me. And I came here because my mother said I had to. So in this story, it's what happens to him while living at Alcatraz, and what it's like to live with all these convicts and criminals. And Al Capone, if you know anything about Al Capone, he was a mobster, and he was a pretty rough criminal. So, but he's a very well-known one, I guess you could say. So it's an interesting play on what life was like for Al Capone after, and what it was like for the people who had to take care of these convicts. It is a fiction story, so it is all, historical fiction, and it's not real. But people did have to live on the island back then to help take care of all these convicts. So I think it's interesting to see what it would be like from a young boy's perspective. This story is a 3.5 reading level for you, and it is worth 7 AR points. So Al Capone Does My Shirts. They also have a few others, like Al Capone Throws Me a Curve, and it's all these different stories about things that happen to this young boy Moose as he lives there on Alcatraz at the prison. So I hope you enjoy those books. I can't wait to hear about them.